Did Google finally do it? Has it actually been able to produce a competent flagship level smartphone? By now, you have no doubt heard plenty about Google's latest and greatest. So, rather than repeat what you have already seen in several dozen other places, I thought we'd focus on a purely practical, real-world comparison for anyone torn between the two Pixel 6 models. So, let's just get started. First things first, the Pro's display is indeed noticeably larger than the regular Pixel 6s. Though not by any sort of massive experience-changing margin. It is also more pixel dense, but we are talking a level of difference that no man without Superman level vision would possibly ever notice. The same holds true for those attention-demanding refresh rates. The Pixel 6 Pro's 120Hz figure may sound impressive on paper, but you're almost certainly not going to notice the difference between that and the regular Pixel 6's 90Hz refresh rate in real-world use. That aside, one thing you'll absolutely notice is the shape of each phone's display. More specifically, the Pro screen curves over the edges, and that makes a very noticeable and meaningful difference in what the devices like to use. The most prominent design element is the camera bar that spans the back of each phone. It's large, sticks out far, and doesn't quite blend seamlessly into the rest of the phone. But on the plus side, it does not cause the phone to rock on a table or a desk when you put it down, unlike the camera bumps on almost every other phone today. What truly defines the Pixel 6 experience is its software. It is the same case with every Google phone ever. It is an area Google has always excelled in. With Android 12's new Material UI, the Pixel 6s feel as pretty inside as they do outside. The most obvious flourish is its ability to theme the entire interface around a color palette it extracts from your wallpaper. Android 12 also offers many new features like updated widgets, camera and mic privacy toggle. But the company has updates that are exclusive to Pixels as well. The most impactful of these are the upgraded speech recognition algorithms. Transcriptions are more accurate, translations are integrated in more parts of the OS, and the keyboard is just easier to use hands-free. With this phone, I do not feel like typing on the keyboard anymore. As for all the rest of the contrast between the two devices, the RAM is almost certainly not going to be something that you will notice in regular day-to-day use. Yes, the Pro has a larger battery, but it also has larger power requirements. I have seen some tests, in fact, that give the regular Pixel 6 the stamina edge here. In real-world terms, there are a ton of variables involved, and it really comes down to how exactly you are using the phone on any given day. In my non-scientific, real-life observations, I have found the Pro has a slight edge over the regular Pixel 6, but they have generally been in the same basic ballpark. One of the most important things about the Pixel 6 pair is the processor that powers them. Google's new TENSOR chip is the first custom processor from Google, which is following in Apple's footsteps and running away from all the Qualcomms and the MediaTeks of the world. In addition to powering the phone, the Tensor processor also has a lot of AI-based customization to enhance features in the camera, speech recognition, and gaming. Google says that the new processor is competitive with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 for performance. And in my experience, that's nearly true. Apps do open quickly. It's easy to switch between them very smoothly, and the interface is free of stutters and hang-ups. But this Tensor chip is nowhere near the A50 in the iPhones. Well, that is a very understood fact that Apple has been making their own chips for the last 7 to 8 years. And this is the first time for Google. But they are going in the right direction, following the right footsteps. The Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro's camera systems are also wholly new, with new sensors, new lenses, and new capabilities. Google has finally upgraded the camera hardware in the Pixel line for the first time since 2017, and it's gone big. The images are very good in both normal and low light conditions, and very competitive with the best from Apple phones. I won't say there's a clear winner here. Some images from the Pixel 6 look better. Some images from the iPhone 13 Pros look better. And which you prefer really comes down to your own personal preferences. Something we have been saying about smartphone cameras for years now. The Pixel 6 images have the classic Pixel look. High contrast, slight overexposure, extreme sharpness, and cooler white balance and all. Overall though, the advancements in image quality from the main camera are not as big as you might expect from new significant better hardware. Oftentimes it's hard to tell the difference between it and what you could get with the older Pixel phones, especially in good and normal lighting conditions. I think that is something that Google can fix through software updates and make these photos look significantly better. Because Google, after all, is a software company, and they have shown the real power of software in image processing and image shooting. The Tensor chip in the Pixel enables a couple of special software tricks in the camera and Photos app. The new Magic Eraser tool is one of the most important tools here. This tool lets you remove unwanted people or items from a captured photo with a single tap. Or you can also highlight all the things you want to remove from the photo. Well, this is nowhere near the quality that seasoned photograph editors can provide you from tools like Photoshop, but it's a good step, and you can at least get rid of all those weird photo bombers. What's more interesting to me though are the new motion capture modes, which let you mimic a panning motion shot or long exposure with just a single tap of the shutter button. You can make a moving object like a car freeze in front of a blurred background, or you can capture traffic light streaks without the need for a tripod. These kind of images typically take years of practice and lots of gear to do with, even with a traditional camera. But the Pixel 6 makes it as easy as snapping a selfie. One of the biggest questions surrounding the Pixel 6 announcement has been, did Google finally do it? Has it actually been able to produce a competent, flagship level smartphone that does not have any show-stopping bugs or big gotchas? And the answer is a resounding yes. The 6 and the 6 Pro are excellent phones. They may not be the best in every category, but as a whole, they perform well, have amazing screens, excellent cameras, and reliably great battery life. The only real hang-up here is the size. If you don't like large phones, these phones aren't probably for you. Adding to their appeal is how much value it is packed in with. The Pixel 6 in particular is just a lot of phone for just $600. It's hard to think of anything on the market that can compete with a Pixel 6 at that price. Google is offering a better experience than basically any other Android phone in the market, and often doing so for a lower price. It's even undercutting OnePlus this time, which has built its entire brand on selling premium phones for a lower price. Does this mean that lots of people will actually buy the 6 and the 6 Pro when Google has long struggled to gain any market share? Frankly, I don't really care, because those who do buy it will have a great phone in their hands at a great price, and there is not a single argument in the world that can change my mind. Okay, that is all for today. I know this was quite a short Pixel 6 versus Pixel 6 Pro, a real day in the life type of review and stuff, but if you want to see any long-term review of either of the devices, do let me know down below. Until the next time, peace out.